All right, y'all, this is the haircut service section of the cosmetology exam in Texas. And we're gonna read the haircut section before we get started from the CIB. That's the Candidate Information Bulletin from the PSI testing service. All right, it says this. The next section is the haircut service. Please remove at least 1 inch of hair throughout the entire head by performing a layered haircut of your choice using a razor and shears. You have 42 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 21 minutes remaining. Now, let me explain. When it says you have to take off 1 inch throughout the entire haircut, that means that you have to take off at least 1 inch all over, sides, back, and top, okay? Then it says you have to perform a layered haircut. So basically, you can't go in there and do a blunt cut, 0-degree blunt cut. You have to go in there and do one of the main 3 layer haircuts, which is your uniform layer, your long layer haircut, or your 45 degree graduated haircut. And he wants you to use shears and razor. Now, you don't have to use the shears and razor in no particular order. You can use the shears first, then use the razor and the shears again, or you can use the razor first and use the shears, or however you want to do it. They don't have to be in no particular order. Okay? Now, what does have to be in order is the first 3 task lines, which is sanitize your hands, prepare the mannequin for service, and perform a scalp analysis. Those things have to be in order. So what we're gonna do, you got 42 minutes, and when it says 42 minutes, that's from the time they say you may begin. That includes pulling your stuff out, setting up, parting your mannequin's hair, scalp analysis, all that. And it also includes putting that stuff up when you're through and sweeping up your hair. All that's part of the 42 minutes. So what we're gonna do now, we are about to get started. So once they say you may begin, that means you go get it. So we're gonna start right here and right now. You may begin. Sanitize my hands. Pull out stuff. Tape, scissors, neck strips, hold it right there. Now, you have a roll of paper towel sitting right here from your pre-exam setup throughout the whole test. Just like you have your hand sanitizer and your water throughout the whole test. So you have that there. You can sit your implements on. You better use that paper towel. Okay. Now, got the stuff laid out. You can use, you got an option to use any type of mannequin holder you want. You can use a little small black one that comes with a lot of the mannequins, which I just didn't have one with me today. And they're gonna have a section like this. They're gonna have a section just like this where you can clamp your little small mannequin clamp holder right here on you. And everything I'm doing right now is part of that 42 minutes, y'all, so don't forget. Also, or you got an option to use this one. You can carry your tripod with you if you want to. And you can take your mannequin, you can sit on your tripod, and you can do your work here if you choose. Most people don't invest in a tripod, so I'm gonna go ahead and do everything here. And I'm gonna let the length down some because most people's tripod are not even that tall. And in cosmetology, a lot of times most people are not that tall because the majority of the contestant candidates are women. So not that they don't have tall women, but most of the candidates, that length from their and the holder that comes with it is long enough, tall enough for them in most cases. Okay. Now we're going to prepare. We sanitize our hands. Now we're preparing the mannequin for service. There's a hair comb thing I just did. That was just, I don't know what I was doing about that. Don't worry about that. You go straight from sanitize your hands and you put this mannequin holder up. You use a neck strip. This is the proper draping for this cut. It's a haircut draping. Use a neck strip and don't use the wet chemical drape. Use a regular cloth draping. The same drape you do for any haircut. Don't use the chemical service drape, the plastic one for the wet drape. You don't use that. Make sure the cape is not touching the skin of the mannequin. Okay. I like to put the Velcro, enough Velcro in there so that I can just put it tight around the neck without using a clamp. That's what I like to do with my kits. So we've got that going. Okay, so we've done two things. We did sanitize the hands. We prepared the model for service. Now we're going to do a scalp analysis. So you want to take subsections at a time, and you want to go through and you're looking for any type of disorders or anything that's not appropriate on the scalp, just in case you have to decline service. Okay, and we did that side, and go to this side. Just part the hair, going through, doing the scalp analysis. Don't take all day. Let's run through that, because you only got 42 minutes. And that includes sweeping up your hair and cleaning up. All right? Okay. We've done that. Now you do the haircut, whichever haircut of your choice. And it's got to be a layered haircut. And what we're going to do here today, we're going to do the 90-degree uniform layered haircut. Okay? That's what we're going to do today. You want to comb, make sure you untangle that hair. You want to get my scissors out. I got everything I need over here. I got the clamps, I got the razor. You got to have the razor with a guard on it. You want the razor with a guard. So I'm going to moisture the hair. Now what I did, I put some solution in this water. It's a detangler. So that'll help you out when the hair gets tangled up. You want evenly saturated hair. You want even moisture throughout the haircut. Okay, and the whole time you're working, keep in mind, you're gonna do things, whatever you can do to save time, because you don't want to get caught at the end not completing this haircut, or completing the haircut and not completing the cleanup. Got that good and still dry on this side here. Use that comb to distribute moisture throughout that hair. Okay. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to create a profile parting down the center using right between the eyebrows. You want to come down through here. Your parting. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm coming to the edge of the eyebrow right there. I'm putting that parter on there. I'm pressing down my fingers. I'm separating it high. And all I gotta do is come to the side. There you go. See that? All right. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come from the apex of the head. Find where the hair rocks here, apex. Here, and we're gonna come a little behind the ear. You're gonna come straight down. You're gonna touch that finger. You grab the hair on top of the comb, and you're gonna split it. Create that parting. Okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna part this hair off. And once again, try to do this stuff as quick as possible because your time is ticking. There'll be a clock on the wall where you can watch that clock and you can know how much time you got based on that clock, okay? Now you got your parting here. You come all the way down with it. Okay? Now come over here. Now you're basically doing a fourth section, but you're leaving the center profile parting out. And then you're gonna go up about an inch here. You're gonna drop that hair at the bottom. You're gonna leave that there. All right, so basically you're doing like a fourth section, which you should be used to doing already at this point. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing we did on that side. We're gonna do on this side. You want to get the same point behind that ear. Come over here. You're gonna do the same thing. All right. You basically just putting the hair out your way. All right. You got this, bring that parting down, all the way down. Should be already there. Just kind of, just now finish getting it separated there. Okay. Now you're gonna get that. You're gonna pick up. You see the hair here, where it is. You wanna where the part at. You wanna use that same. Pull that hair at the bottom. Use that same parting. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pin that out the way. Now on this middle piece, you see it's already dropped down right there. So you got to drop down all the way across. You can just push this out your way like that for the time being. You're gonna put your comb down. You're gonna grab your razor. I mean, not gonna put your comb down. You're gonna grab your razor. Okay. You're gonna push this head forward. Loosen that a little bit. Allow me to move that forward. Okay. So we're going to establish our length here of the haircut. The length, how much we want to take off, and that length is going to be the length that you create this whole profile guideline with. All right. So we can start in the center here, and we're going to use the razor. Pull your razor out. Gonna get the length we're looking for, and make sure that the razor gonna cut easier the wetter the hair is. Okay. The wetter that hair is, easier the razor cuts. So we got some length here. We're gonna come out. Let's just take about 2 inches off there. Come behind the fingers. We're going to cut. Now, right here, you can see you got your guideline there, right there in the center. So now, let's move it. We got a guideline. We got to work our way through this haircut. You want to let that hair drop out of your fingers, and then you cut. There we go. So we're going to come back this way. We went from center to left, and we go from center to right. Come this way. Let that guide drop out, and you cut. Here. That guide drop out, and you cut. If you feel like you missed a little bit, you can go back in. But make sure that hair is wet right there, because it cuts easy. The razor cuts a lot easier, especially with this technique in this situation. All right. Okay. Right. There we go. There's your guide. Now you if you want to, you can be done with your razor for the time being. Now, let's get back to this center guideline. We're going to use this length here to establish you want to cut your shears. Now, you want to angle this. Your fingers are going to be the angle. Do we know the head at this point and under the nape is angled kind of down, at an angle down. It's not straight out, it's kind of down. So that means your hair has to go down as well. And your fingers are responsible for holding that hair at the right angle. So I'm pulling that hair down. I'm going all the way out to where the guide is. Here's your guide. I'm going all the way out to that guide. Now, one thing, make sure you don't pull it too down. Pull it down, out a little bit, and there we go. So you see the guide there at the shortest point. You cut. Take a piece of that out, and this becomes your new guide. You work your way up the head. Your angle is not as deep as it is at first because the head changes, so it goes up. Work it up a little bit as you go. But make sure you're coming directly out from where the hair grows. It's very important, especially when you're establishing this guideline, because take that part out and keep a piece of your guide. Work your way up. Coming straight out from where the hair grows, all the way out to the guideline. Take a piece of that out. Keep a piece of your guide with you. Recomb it and redirect and project. Reproject the proper angle based on the growth of the hair. Now I'm going to speed up. I want to make sure that you know the concept, but we got to get this going so we can get through in time. Now, if I got a lot of hair in my head, in my hand, no worries. I'm only going to cut a little bit so we can keep on projecting the new angle. So we can get a new projection going as we go so that this can be accurate. Because if you don't follow the contour or you don't follow the silhouette here, and let me show you this. Y'all see when I have my shears like that and they were open? They take out points for that. Those shears must be, the tips can't be open like this throughout the cut while you're palming them. Those shears have to be closed while you're palming them. Tips like that is what a lot of people are not getting. That's why a lot of times it's easy to flip them over like that. That's what a lot of people are not getting in their training. And that's why my training is so efficient. My training is so efficient because I make sure I cover all the small details like that. Your fingers are the cutting angle. You want to comb the hair good. Notice when I recombed it, the little small ones came through because I hadn't combed it and stretched the tension all the way through properly. All right. So then we're going to go back through and check this guy real quick. And all this has to be done in a timely manner because they only give you so much time, and that time includes what? Clean up, set up, make sure you're getting the right angles. That's the only way your cut's going to be accurate. That's the thing about the 90-degree haircut. The projection has to be on point. And this guideline is very important because the rest of the haircut is based on that guideline. Okay, good. Now, the next step is to take off one of the quarters. And you want to get a little subsection. Use your parting end, make it easier. Get a little subsection of one of your quarters. And you can take this, and you can. I like to use a lot of times. See, if I'm taking too long. See, if you take too long to rest with this hair, you'll lose time. So you definitely want to make sure you got that part down instead of resting with this hair. Okay, you can easily take the banana clip. Is the quickest, easiest way to pin that hair out your way. Okay, so you got your guide here, and you got your hair here. So you want to take this hair. Now we're only working from here. Oh, that's pinned out. So we can take this for now and push it out the way. This is the only part of the guide we need right now. So we can take that. We don't need the whole guide. We can split it in half. Down the middle. We take the guide and the new hair. Now we can come from the bottom or we can come from here. But the most important part is making sure you're projecting it out from where the hair grows. Directly 90 degrees out. Okay? And you want to take the guide over to the new. So you want to hold the new subsection directly out from where it grows. So that means that your guide will be projected, over-directed a little bit, just a little bit. You don't want to get too much over-direction because your cuts will be off. Right here. You can see your guide. And if you can't see your guide, what you do, you bag up. Remember I split the guide in half? You bag up, you make your guide thicker because it'll be easier to see. See, now you can really see it. Okay. Just make sure you're protecting that hair out the right. There it is. Make sure this tip is not open when you palm your shears. Because stuff like that, you don't know why you missed the points on your test when you get your score back, and you had no idea that stuff like that was costing you points. That's your guide right here. And if you ever want to check, you cross check this way. Some tips need to be cut right there. All right. Now, same thing. You just repeat. You grab another small subsection. Push that out your way. If you can, just push that out your way. Do that. It can save you a lot of time. And you want to cut that guide in half, so it won't be so much hair. You want to get the small part of your teeth a lot of times, give you more tension. And you can see here, there's a guide right there. There's the new hair. Now we're going to work our way down, projecting that hair out. Don't forget, and the whole time you're doing all this, you're keeping in mind that you only have 42 minutes. Right there, the original guide, right there. Okay. Don't worry about this up here. You're just cutting there. Then you can move yourself up and check that work. Right here, you see a guide? That's how you check that. All right. Now we should be able to cut this down. Move it out the way. If you want to, make you feel comfortable, you can clip that out your way. You got the guide here and the remaining of that section. You can split it if you want to here. Make sure you got enough moisture to go out. Okay. Let me go to the smaller teeth. Give me more tension. And I gotta remember, make sure this hair, the new hair is coming directly out from where it grows, and I'm not over directing it toward the guide. I want to move the guide closer to it. But I also don't want to over direct it past its growth out to where, past where it grows. Okay, y'all. Yeah, be careful. You don't want to go past your guide up. Okay, my fingers are here. You can see my guide there. And here you got to move up the angle. See it here, your guide. Hair coming out from where it grows. Guides there. All right. All right, should be one little piece left here. So let's complete this section. We're going to hair out from where it grows. You guide there, cut your cut. Combing that hair, pulling that hair directly out from where it grows. You want to stop when you see your guide there. All right, you can check this section, cross check it, horizontally. We cut it vertically. You want to cross check it horizontally, just moving up. Let me get more attention and pull all the hairs out. And even when you cross check it, you want to make sure you're coming out from where it grows. Okay, good. That's pretty good. You got a little piece here. Now, what we do here, don't forget your guide was here. Your guide is here. So you're gonna do the same thing on this side you do on that side. You're just going to switch sides. Come over here and put her out. So I can just take half this guide. I can push the rest of this hair out the way. This whole back quarter has been cut already. Pull that out the way. This one, we just need to get a subsection and push this out the way. If you want to, you can pin it like that, or you can take your banana clip if it makes you feel better to work neat, or if it helps you be more successful. You want to take that there, okay? You want to come here. Your finger at the cutting angle, out from where the hair grows. It's kind of hard to see your guide right there. If it's hard, I can see it here. But if you have trouble seeing, you can see it at the top. It goes down through here. If you have trouble seeing your guide, make sure you just back up and grab some more hair so your guide can be thicker. See it there. I'm just move my fingers down and get my angle going down. You see all that? She got it. Okay. I'll move my finger down to the bottom. See you got it? There. Come here. Grab another subsection. If you need to move the mannequin's head, you can. I'm gonna grab another subsection. Put that hair out the way. You can get a piece of this up here. My guide right there. And if you can't see your guide, do not cut. If you can't see your guide, do not cut. My fingers are going to control the angle. You gotta make sure your fingers are doing the right angle and you're projecting it properly. Give me another subsection. Put the other hair out the way. I can split my guide now because it got pretty big. So this is the new hair. This is the old hair that's already cut. You want to pick it all up together. But you want to project the hair straight out, at the angle straight out from where it grows and straight out 90 degrees out from the scalp. You can see the guide here. I'm combing it, recombing it to it. Make sure I see my guide. See a piece here. So if you ever look like that, you can come. You comb it horizontally. You see it there? That's where it's at. So turn it back this way. You know it's right there. See it? Right there. Okay. So go back up here. Cut. The way I'm projecting my fingers out, the angles I'm holding my fingers, I'm using my fingers to hold the hair at angles. That's very important to make sure that this haircut comes out even. All right. All right. Let me take that. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, y'all. I'm gonna make sure we make this 42 minutes. Get this piece up here. That way we can just project this right out from where it grows. Moisture. Make the hair get dry. You want the same tension. You need that same moisture throughout the haircut so you can have the same tension. Okay. Let's get this last piece. Let's make our guide smaller. Put the hair out your way. Yep, you see my shears open? And you start flipping them back. Just move my fingers down. That's the guide. I'm gonna move my fingers down and put the new hair in my hand. There's the guide. All right. So if we want to cross-check this section, and this can happen to y'all guys in class. Your mannequin clamp can come loose. So your mannequin clamp can come loose. So what we're doing, we're just gonna check this horizontally. And you can take this head off if you need to, turn it. And you can control this head and put it wherever you need to be successful. You gotta make sure I'm holding it out. When you're on the corners of these, when you're on the corners where the head turns, you gotta make sure you're holding the hair out properly. You're gonna have some little pieces like this. Let me turn this corner. See right here? You can just check your work real quick. Don't take all day. Just kind of clean it up a little bit. Right here. See that? Right here. Come up with it. Come up. And there you go. All right, now once that back is done, guys, you got the back done, you got both back quarters done, you got the centerpiece up, and now you're gonna have two guides. For both sides, you're gonna have two guides. You're gonna have the guides coming from the top and the guides coming from the back. So let's do this section here. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take that loose. All right. You got the guide here. Don't forget right here behind here, that's where your parting was. We're gonna take a piece of this guide from the back. And this hair here, we can put that back there. You can pin it if you like. If you don't want to pin it, you don't pin it. All right. And then you can take a piece of guide from the top. See the two pieces of guide. This came from the back, this came from the top. All right. Now, you get the subsection here. And that's what we're working on. You put the rest of this hair out your way. And this is where your speed's gonna fix up, because you got guide coming from both. Once you know your fingers are holding at the right angle, there should be no worries, because you got guide coming from the back and from the top. All right. So that's still guide that you had already previously cut. This is the new hair. And you got guide top from the top and a guide from back here. So you want to grab a piece of that and that. And you're going to project it out from where it grows. Come straight out. And notice, I'm not over directing the new hair over to the guide. I'm over directing the guide over to where the new hair grows out, directly out from. Let me tell you something. You just keep screwing your fingers down, keep screwing your comb down. Comes directly straight out, 90 degrees out from the head, and 90 degrees out from where it grows. The new guide comes over, the guide comes over to the new hair. And the new hair comes straight out from where it grows. See the guide back here? And the guide's up here. So I cut to the guide. Okay, so all this should be matching. You can just, right there. There we go. That's how it dries up so quick. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get another subsection that includes the piece at the top. Well, let's get this subsection parted. Okay, right there. Let's get a piece of the old hair for our guide from the back. We're gonna pull it together. You're gonna work those together, all right? Let's get a piece of this guide from the top. That's your original guide, your original profile guide. So let's just do this, make sure the top is right. See that length right there? And don't forget, I gotta come directly out from where the hair grows. Directly out from the angle of the head. Directly out, because the head shape changes. Hair back here. The head shape changes as you go. It's a round shape. Not perfectly round, but you know what I mean. Okay. Thanks for that. check your work. Let's see. So how about where you projecting the hair? How you projecting the hair? The angles. Another subsection. Now we can pick up the pace, yeah. Set this guy to the top. Get this hair from the top, pull it on in there. See here, see this hair bending? This is right where the turn of the head is. This hair, this is the top, it's straight. So when you get here, it start turning a little bit. So I would be over directing this in order to cut it. So what I need to do is I need to make sure my fingers angle right there where that turn is at so it'll get a proper cut. So you can move that mannequin however you need to move that mannequin. Do whatever you need to do to get the proper body position for yourself. Don't forget to keep the moisture going. More even moisture. See the previous cut here? There we go. So that's pushing that away. Let's dry these last sections. You know, the head angles this way, right here in the front. Short piece here. You got maybe back up. See something long there? Make sure we got this tight right. We gotta get that angle. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Guy behind here. Shouldn't have to have all that. Cut my fingers off here. New scissors. You knew scissors came with Band-Aids. They must have knew. Okay, so we're gonna go through here. We can check the side, pulling the hair horizontally cut one way, you check it the opposite direction. Got a little tip right there. And you can come behind it here. Easier to just pull it like this and check it. I see a short tip here. Right here that we got off track. We're gonna check this whole section. Coming out pretty good so far. Alrighty. Let's see something here. See a short piece, short and long. Even it up best as possible. Pretty good. Got a couple flares. That's nothing. That's nothing that was probably held against you. Right there. As you see this corner here, I'm hanging out from where it grows, horizontally, checking it. Okay. Pulling her out from where it grows, checking it. Pulling her out from where it grows, checking it. Right down that corner we got, boom. So, now you can turn this mat all the way around. You can get to the last section. So remember, in between these eyebrows is your guide. It was already cut, remember? So, you have that. You can pull that over here. Now you got this last section, y'all, so we can get this quick. You're gonna do it like this. You got this section back here, remember that we pinned out. It was already cut. You wanna get a piece of that guideline from the back. Don't forget, all the rest of the head is cut. This here. You're gonna start from the top. See, you got it there. Hair's getting dry. And y'all, please don't take them little cheap mannequins to the board, because they will be getting tangled up on you and you will be having issues. Okay. You got it there. I know it might look like I'm doing a little wild here, but this is what you got to do to speed up. This is what you want to do to speed your service up. There's your guide. Got a guy coming from the top. Back here too. seeing something, so I want to check. I'm moving this way, okay. All right. Get another subsection. This is already cut. Come up to the top, use that top guideline. See this piece is cut here. There's a guide. Project that angle where the curve is turning on the head. Stay organized here. You see the guy here? Straight out from the scalp where it grows. The guide is in there. See that? All right. And again, y'all keep your eyes open for y'all the points of the shear has been open. I gotta tell myself that. Don't forget, y'all, you got to see your guide. One of the most common mistakes we make is I'm following the contour. Hold on, y'all. If I'm following where the hair grows, I'm holding the hair out from where it grows, the angle it grows. See the short part? That's the length out for a little bit there. Hold this hair out from where it grows. Got a little piece there, guide there. Okay, I'm gonna cross check this. Let me start this top. Let me get some moisture over here. You might have to put a little hair from the top of the other side just to make sure we got the top straight, even. See that top's uneven? That means my other side may be a little off here. I mean, I have to come back through there. But I'm following the shape of the head. Okay. Now, off right there. There. Come back up here. And you do this before you give them the comb. When you get through cutting hair, you have to give the rater your comb. And they're going to comb through here and they're going to cross-check. But they're not going to fix your mistakes for you. So you have to do this on your own. That's why I just say go on through the haircut. Then you come back and do your cross-check. It's all about how you hold them fingers, right? It's all about how you hold them fingers. Make sure you're projecting. It's all about the projection. Projecting the hair out, directly out from the scalp. Based on the angle and the hair, the shape of the head at that point. Right here is where we always find right in that corner where the head turns the four corners. Got some stuff right there. All right. So you just take everything down. And you just check the whole head. That's wrong, man. But you saw about, I'm not just randomly pulling. I got my fingers angled based on the way the scalp is shaped. And y'all look at that clock on that wall. See how much time you got, you know, to check your work. Because once you run out of time, you might want to take your chance of getting the points for cleaning up and sweeping up. Instead of letting them catch you with all this hair everywhere. And we'll check the front. See, these pieces are coming together even. You're gonna look at that. Alrighty. So what I would do here now, y'all see I got this hair on this paper towel. Take that. Okay. Part of what they judge you on is making sure that you remove all the hair from the model, the face and stuff. You can use whatever you need to use to do that. So before you call them over there and let them know you're through, you want to clean up. Because you're not through until you clean up. So you really have your disinfectant, EPA cleaner sitting on the station as well. So if you want to do, you can spray that, and you can wipe with the station too. You want to take this off your mannequin. You want to put all this stuff up. See how fast I'm moving? You got no time to waste. But the haircut pretty much gonna take most of your time. Give you a total of 42 minutes from start to finish. Don't cut yourself. A lot of people doing that at the board, cutting themselves because they're nervous. Alrighty. And of course your water bottle stays on your station because this would start with your pre-exam setup bag. And of course this will be going in your trash bag that'll be up underneath there. I'll just sit there for a second. And you would go over here, you would get your broom and your dustpan. And this is the only thing you throw in their trash can is the hair from the haircut. Everything else goes in your trash bag. And after you've done that, you come back over behind your chair. Oh, my mistake. What you would have done when you packed everything, you would have packed everything except your comb. Leave your comb out for them to check your hair. When you come back, you raise your comb, let them know, indicate you're done. And they'll come over there and get the comb from you. Until the next section.